Rightio. 2 minutes into the launch day show of Colour Your World, 50% has gone of that Showstopper collection. In my opinion, this is one of the best Showstopper collections that we have done, because the extras that we put in are things that you would have probably gone and added into your basket anyway. So it's absolutely no surprise whatsoever that 50% has gone into the official 2-hour launch. As I say, we are 2 minutes in. Everything that we're going to be showing you, it's myself and Debbie, is across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. I would absolutely urge you, as quick as you can, if it's something that's really taking your fancy, if you love the look of it, you love the thought of it, get across onto our website, because it did actually go onto our website, yes, the main collection, not necessarily the Showstopper collection. And so many of you absolutely went crazy for it yesterday. I went absolutely crazy. So therefore, it was no surprise that when we introduced the Showstopper, because the Showstoppers we introduced actually on the launch day has gone mental. And that's because within the Showstopper collection, you get that whole collection, plus you get an extra 12 by 12 patterned paper pad and another pack of your A4 coloured linen cardstock. Now, it's always great if we get a tape runner or we get an ink pad or something like that. That's always great. But so many of you will buy the collection and you'll put an extra paper pad in and you'll put extra linen cardstock. You don't have to. It's there. However, we do also have a deal on just the 12 by 12 and linen cardstock, that if you wanted to add more in, then you can absolutely do that. We've got all bases covered for you when it comes to this whole collection. I'm going to go through it all in a lot more detail just in a wee moment or two, but we are going to go straight across to Debbie, because Debbie, you, myself / Lily had an incredible wake-up call earlier on, and actually, you're not actually meant to even be here for this launch, have you? Because Sarah's a bit under the weather.
I'm not supposed to be here. And as much as I don't want Sarah to be a little bit poorly, I am bloody pleased. I'm so excited to come and do this show. It's so amazing. The colour My World is just right up my street. The paper pad in here is just beautiful. Everything about this screams happiness. You are going to love it. The samples we've got are just incredible. Everything about this collection from start to finish is the most beautiful, bold, vibrant colours that you can ever imagine. The paper pad, I think, is going to, and it is fast becoming, everybody's absolute favourite, because it is amazing. All you need to add is that touch of ink from your ink pads, that touch of colour from your colouring pens, and you can get the most vibrant things that you've ever seen. But look at these, absolutely incredible. And do you know what I love about it, Craig? I really feel like we've put the most boldest things in this collection. What with the stencils, the embossing folders, the papers, you're absolutely going to love it. And I just want you to share my excitement at being here for the launch of it. You loved it this morning, and hopefully you'll love it this afternoon.
Absolutely, yeah, you will do. Already loving it, but as Debbie says, I can't say anything other than what Debbie said. You are loving it. It's beautiful, it's bold, it's bright, and you know what? You get a free gift as well. Now, all that you need to do is spend £10, $10 or €10, which of course you're going to do anyway when it comes to the collection. Just to say, this isn't just for the collection. Anything you purchase, as long as your total is over £10, $10 or €10, what you're going to get completely free. You don't need to do anything. The guys and the girls in the warehouse, they will pop that into your order automatically. And this is our special vase. This is our bouquet. So this one here is part of our Stamp and Die Create a Card collection. Now, this has taken the best of what we do within Create a Card dies and the best of what we do when it comes to Create a Card stamps. And guess what we've done? We've teamed them together, and we've got our Stamp and Die Create a Card dies. You've maybe then thought, I like the look of the past collection, because we do have a fuller collection, but you've wanted to try it maybe at first you've thought, maybe not my style. You're going to get it free. Then that's going to give you that opportunity to try it. Try the best of both worlds when it comes to Stamp and Dies. So as I say, absolutely free. As long as your value is over £10, $10 or €10, the guys and girls will come along in the warehouse and pop it into your order. No, you don't need to do anything whatsoever. Right, we've still got Rachel in the socials for now. That Susie will be taking over just shortly. Vanessa's in, Sue Cummins in, is saying good morning. Sharon Sweeney is in, saying hello. hello from Rockville, Maryland. Carol Lewis is in saying that Showstopper deal completed. Yes, good. Glad that you've gone and got it. We've then got Georgianne saying, hi, Craig and Debbie from Clearwater, Florida. Thea is in saying, hoi hoi, I'm back. Hoi hoi to you. We've got Wanda on YouTube saying, good morning, fellow crafters. My shipment arrived yesterday. So excited to get this. Awesome. That is so good to hear. And Nina Boyer on YouTube is saying what many of you are saying, love, 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 love that paper pad. So we'll show you it. Let's have a look. This is the Showstopper collection. So you're going to get that full collection, including the 12 by 12 and included the linen. But because it's the Showstopper, you're going to get an extra 12 by 12 and an extra, let's see if we can get a hold of it, A4 linen. Now, this is what I was saying beforehand. Many of you will come along with a complete collection in the past and then add these in extra. You don't need to do it with a Showstopper collection. You've already got 2 of each in there. Although later on, I will go over the details where we do have a bundle of just the 12 by 12 in linen. Maybe that's all that you want, maybe you want extra. Look at this. So this one being your 12 by 12. Now, as you can imagine already, colour your world. So you've got those double-sided tones. It's all about the rainbows. It's all about the bright colours, whether it is the splattered effects, whether it's the distress effect, chevron effects, whether it is your rainbow effects, your distressed dots effects. You've got your balloons. All of these ones are absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that one there. I mean, I adore that one. You've kind of got that organic flow of that rainbow going from colour to colour to colour. But then as you keep going all the way through, you've got more of that bolder effect just there. Debbie is that blown away with the paper pad that she's just dropping everything in sheer shock at that image there. But then you can see with these ones that that is the double-sided for that one. However, that is going to work with that one. But then what's also going to happen is that's going to work with that one. So although the double-sided complement each other, they're all going to complement each other. And then you've got all of your stripes there. You've kind of got that, not that tartan, oh, what's the word? Not tartan. Plaid feel. Yeah, you got that plaid feel. You know, maybe that bigger gingham Johnny, absolutely, it could be. And then we're going in, we're still giving you the butterflies, as we've seen before. You've got the balloons in there as well. I mean, that one there, because if I go back, if I had to pick favourites, that is my favourite. But then look what they've done as well at the team, is then they've brought that forward, but then included the butterflies coming in at different directions. You've got your subtler butterflies on the other. This one here, you've got that spritz smarty effect, as I call it. It's what it reminds me of. You put those sweetie smarties, spritz them with water, and then the colour just bleeds out. That's there for you, and then you've got your bigger ones here. This is why so many of you at home, not just us, but you at home, have been saying over the last couple of days, certainly since myself and Corin showed you the first look on Sunday, that this is going to be your favourite paper pad that we've done in a long, long time. The colours, the vibrancy, the effects that you've got from them, that's there, but you've got 2 within that Showstopper. Then let's go in with the linen cardstock. Now again, remember, it's still the Showstopper, so you're going to get 2 packs of your linen cardstock. And as you can tell, the colours are so bright, they're so vibrant, they are so spring, they are summer. They make you smile, they make you happy. I mean, you cannot help but just glee when you see that sunshine, that array of rainbow colours all the way through. Spritz it, ink it, distress it, do everything else that you want to do, but you've got your linen cardstock. Then we're going to be going into all of your dies. You've got some of your actual stencils as well. You've got folders. We've got our pretty kaleidoscope scene. Now within this one here, it's 2 dies, so you can then create your aperture, but as you can see here, your butterfly wings pop up, but then it can also act as a matte layer at the background as well. Then we've got this super, super cute. You've got that umbrella, Ella. You've then also got your rainbow, but even these little embellishment cloud dies as well, they're going to work really, really well throughout other collections. I love the raindrop. What I would be inclined to do as well, die cut that out which gives you individual raindrops. Create your own little mask as well if you want to with the waste. You've got that. Then that first half of Wake Up Call that I was on with Debbie, she used that incredible stamp with that girl there. And I love that one because you don't see the full front of the girl. You don't actually see a lot of the back of the girl. It's just the top part of our our waist with her skirt, and you've got that umbrella with the clouds as well as the rainbow. Then we've also got our stencils. Now, once again, just before Lily took over from me on Wake Up Call, Debbie used this one as well as that one together, and they are exquisite. They of course work well together. Should you choose to use them on their own, you can do, but think of all your different mixed media terms that you can do with these ones here. That's included. One of my most favorite embossing folders. Now, it may be a small 4x6, but by gosh, the detail when it comes to the 3D-ness of it is exceptional. I did use this in First Look on Sunday, but you've got your folder with all the depth, and then you've got your two stencils there that you can start to ink up, and you can start to create that sunshine, that clouds, that ground, that movement when it comes to either your water reactive or pigment. And then we've got more stencils, but look at the size of these 8x8 stencils. Whether you're using your inks, you're spritzing, maybe you're going to go with glitter paste, absolutely phenomenal. With the balloons, but then also the polka dots as well. That random feel when it comes to the polka dots, that's there. Then what we've also got, because we're still going with this Showstopper collection, we've got our 5x7 embossing folder. Now you've got the embossed love hearts, you've got that rainbow, and that just enables you to then go in with whatever colour tones you want. Create that rainbow feel, of course you can do, or you can just go in direct with one tone. Whatever you want, you can do that. And then I do love a Create a Card. You know I love a Create a Card, and you've got that one. Big, it's full, it's shouting out to be paper piece with all of your colour cardstock, or maybe you're just going to do some of your colouring through if you stick it onto Nina cardstock. That is all of your Showstopper collection. So it's everything that I showed you, and I can't reiterate this one enough. It is 2 packs of your linen cardstock, 250 GSM, and it is 2 of your 12x12 pattern papers. So when it comes to your actual linen cardstock, that's giving you 48 sheets in total. And then when it comes to your pattern papers, that's then giving you 64 sheets in total. That's 180 GSM. All of that, £99 or $125. Over half the stock has gone now, which I am not surprised. You've got a really good 20% saving when it comes to the launch date Showstopper collection. But as you've guessed it by now, if you've been with us for a while, you know that if you're Club Inspire and you're Platinum, it's going to come down to £79.20 or $100 on the nose. Don't forget as well, you're going to get that free gift as well. You don't need to do anything. That's going to be popped in because it's over £10 or €10. All their website, just head across, shop the day, you'll see what Debbie was using within Wake Up Call, although predominantly it was Colour Your World, and then you will see what we'll be featuring within Beautiful Beginnings as well. However, it's this whole gorgeous, happy, smiley, cheery collection, Debbie. So much love for this collection already, but what we'll do is I'll throw across to you, and then we can have a look at some comments when we come back.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Let's get started on this Colour Your World. Who doesn't want their world coloured, and what better way to have a collection that makes you smile, that makes your recipient smile, and the colours in this collection is just so designer looking. Now, if we look down here, I've got this beautiful floral rainbow. I love this die. I think it is just an absolute beauty. So lovely. And obviously, it really lends itself to a bit of paper piecing as well. Yeah. Now, what I love about it and what I think we're very good at Crafts Companion is making dies where we've got that versatility. To have that die that we can just place in our card. So if I wanted a card where I wanted to cut that onto my card blank, I could. If I wanted to make a really big border around here, I can just place that in the mid-centre of there and have a lovely big border. But if I wanted to cut the whole thing out, which is what I'm going to do, I can then use this die to overlay on the top. The other good thing this outside edge die does is it creates a matte layer. So if I cut the whole thing out and then cut it out again, just this one, I can then matte and layer this over the whole top of one of my cards, which is amazing. So there's so much that you can be doing with that, and that's what I love about having something that's very creative. Now just take your low tack tape, and we're going to just take this down. So I'm going to roughly make sure we've got the same amount of edge all the way round there. So once you're happy with that, it doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be, and then you can measure it, but I'm just going to do it by eye, pop that into place, and then we're going to run that through our Gemini plates. Yeah, I think we could be really doing with some new Gemini plates in the studio. That's what I was doing. I was rummaging through. What I was also trying to find is embossing mats, so we'll find those, because I do want to show you how you can emboss your stencils, because it's one thing we didn't do this morning, and I said if we had time we would.
I know Jake is about, so sometime soon what we'll do is we'll get him to get some new plates for us.
Right, so let's take that one out, and you'll be able to see just how beautiful this cuts out. So let me take my tape away there. When you're cutting out, when you're placing your tape, just so you don't ruin your actual image, make sure you tape it into a position like that inside bit where it doesn't matter if it gets torn. So let's take, oh, it's still stuck on there. Hang on, let's take that out. We've got a bit of tape that's holding that in. There we go. Look at that. I mean, one pass through your Gemini machine. It's so exceptional, and it's a beautiful die. That is absolutely lovely. Now, because of these big spaces, I think that's why it's so good to be able to paper piece. So I've got, I mean, all these colours. I love the colours in here. I know, Craig, I know you must be just in bits over this.
I'm smiling. I cannot help but smile.
This colour, quite rare. We very rarely get that icy blue. We've got that beautiful, real sky blue, but all these colours, they've just done them really well. They've just really executed this collection just more than I think any other collection that is coloured.
I think as well, Debbie, I think this colour tone works perfectly for linen cardstock.
Yes.
Do you know, it would work well with some of our ranges when it comes to Centura Pearl, but there's something about that texture of linen with those bright colours. They just match made in heaven.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what I would recommend doing, if you've got some of our, and we don't have any, so I'm not going to use it just purely for the people that don't have it, but what I would do is take your hold and release sheets and place your cardstock onto them. What I am going to do though, Craig, I'm going to take out my magnetic and I'm going to pop this through, and I'll show you why in a second. Because what it does, it releases a little bit of the pressure. So when you're cutting into your cardstock, because the pressure of the Gemini is so strong, it, as you see, all my bits just fell out and went everywhere. But if you take out some of your pressure of your machine, I'm not even worried about it cutting. It might not even cut too much. It didn't, oh, it's not at all, hardly at all. So once that's done, now some of the bits are, my machine at home did exactly what that does. It held them in here. So these bits here will pop out. Can you see? They are die cut, but it depends on the pressure of your machine. Now, my machine at home cut mine like this, so they actually popped out. What I would say, can you see, look, that bit's come out, but it's kept it in there. So what my point is to this demo is, if this doesn't work, pop this back on and put just a sheet of copy paper in. So you want to put the minimal pressure into that, and this is just if you haven't got the hold and release sheets. That way, all your little pieces that you want, so if I want to paper piece these, I know that I can paper piece my butterfly bits and know that's where they've come from. Okay, so that's just a nice simple way of doing it.
That's
and I wanted
really good
to, wanted to show that before we did any more of the demo, because I have got mine and I've put die cut my pieces out and put them through my Xyron machine, which made it really simple. So I just used the hold and release sheets. We need to, I think, ask Leanne if we're bringing back the hold and release sheets, because they are amazing and so good to do. Now, all you want to do is get a piece of acetate. Once you've got this piece, I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of card, and all I'm going to do is use my dotty tape pen. Now, again, we haven't got the dotty tape pens in stock, so what I would use is your self-adhesive sheets, lay that onto them, and then you've got yourself a sticky back. But if you haven't, and also just your tacky glue would do good as well. But what I would do, if you've got a dotty tape pen, use that to just go all over the back of this, and it's going to stick that really well to your acetate. So let's bring the acetate in. we're just going to stick that down. So I'm going to find the edge of my acetate, and then we're just going to bring that down to that edge, and then you can just cut round it. So I would say put that onto a bigger sheet before you cut it down, okay? And then once that's done, you want to start paper piecing it in. Now that's going to take me a long time to do. So what I've already done, I've already pre-done quite a lot, and then I've just got some extras to stick into there.
So smart.
So it's and it's really easy to do. Now, if you do have a Xyron machine, I think, Johnny, did you check we had some on? Oh, we're out of stock, so I do apologise for that. So, if you cut all your bits out on the hold and release sheet, or you do, like I said with that one, just apply your glue to these parts in here, and then it's really easy to stick them back in. But look how effective it is, Craig. It's such a lovely way to be able to get that pop of colour. The other way to do it is to colour them in. You could actually put this onto a sheet of cardstock, and you could just colour those pieces in. This one here, I've actually used my pens to colour in. So there's different ways.
Technique. When me and Leanne launched the Simple Creator cards, I actually done that as a technique.
Nice, yes.
Cut it out in white multi-purpose, and then I stuck it onto Nina cardstock, and then I coloured it, and then you might be thinking, well, aren't your white lines going to be messy? Yes, they were. What I done is I cut the die again into white multi-purpose, sandwiched that over the top, and you had that most crisp, clean, but that perfect blend as well. It's fab. And then you were showing the glossy highlights earlier on. You can start to pour them in, and all these different things, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Just such a nice way of doing it. And then all I've got here is I've just used these ones to do my little butterflies, the inside of the butterflies. So we can take, I think these were the bigger ones. So let's, oh no, it wasn't that one. It's too small for that one.
And for it being a larger die, around about your 5 by 7, it's not a time-consuming technique to do with this paper piecing on it, is it?
Not at all, no. And you're right, because of that larger space, there's no fiddly little pieces.
No.
They're all quite nice, large sizes. So all we're going to do is finish off our 2 butterflies. So I've got I love this colour, such a nice, fresh, almost like sea green, isn't it?
It is, and you know, when you were saying at the start as well, Debbie, it's not one, when you say it at home, you'll know what we mean by it, it's not one that you see it a lot. And with Debbie saying that, and actually I didn't realise Debbie was going to say that, however, last week when I was going through the colours, I thought the same, and I've got American Crafts card, I've got Basil Bait, that's still there in my staff. I could not find a colour that came close to what the team have managed to bring in with this linen cardstock. For me, it's quite rare. A shade.
Absolutely, and they've just nailed it, absolutely nailed it. It's a beautiful collection. But look, when I bring in the colours, now I'm using this rainbow colours, look at that. Absolutely stunning, and look how well that coordinates with them.
It does.
I mean, I know we can create colours like this with our ink pads, but why would you when you've got those papers to do that? Now I've gutted out the inside. I mean, even that one there, I mean, look, if we was to do that,
exactly, I know,
we've got a totally different look with the rainbows in the background, or you can use it that way round. Actually, I'm liking that one now, thinking perhaps we should just go that way and put that border in that background. I think that's beautiful, absolutely lovely. Let's just see if it's that way round. No, definitely that way. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to bring in our card, because I can show you both ways then, the one that I did. Now, the reason that I did this, because I want to make it into a shaker card. So let me just... we haven't got it, Craig. I've got no foam. No foam? No foam. No foam. So do you know what? I'm going to show you my shaker card, and I'm going to just put this onto here.
What size of foam? I've got some here.
Have you? Some the thin one?
On the roll?
Yes.
No. Well, I do, but it's got that thicker width in the adhesive bundle.
Oh, no, I want the thinner one that go round the edges. It doesn't matter, because this is just as lovely. And actually, what I can do is we can just make it into a normal card, and then I can show you the differences. So let's just pop this on. I'm just going to pop this one onto here. So we was going to make a shaker card, but I'm not worried about not making one, because it shows you that you don't have to. And actually, having the acetate in the background just works as well. So really beautiful designs. I've then just got some extras of this cardstock. So Oh, yeah, I've done it, Craig. I've stuck it on now. Got some more for later. It's my own fault because we were in the other studio and then I got chatting throughout my lunch break. I didn't check all the things we were missing, and we're missing lots of things. So I need to have a bit of a restock before tomorrow.
I've got plenty here if you need for later on.
Thank you very much. So all we're going to do, and actually it's not like it needs it, Craig. I just love making a shaker card. I just love how they come out, their movement. But actually what I am loving is this rainbow in the background. So I think it's quite nice to keep this one as it is. And then I'll show you the one that I've made into a shaker card. And I honestly don't think there's any difference in how nice they both look. So let's pop that on.
I'd agree. When you were flipping
the
sides a moment ago, they both work.
Yeah, absolutely. And then all I've done, these butterflies here, I've die cut them again. Now look how different. They look like real butterflies, even though it's just snipped out of these. You literally, look, if I lay them over there, they just come out of both of those pieces, but very easy to snip out. And all I've done is I've layered a couple of different colours. Because I die cut this out a few times out of this colours, I've then ended up with a few colours of our butterflies. So I've got that bottom one, which is yellow and pink, and then we've got this one, which is our green and our purple. So don't waste anything, you know, use those all because they're just going to look amazing.
And it's a good way to show that although you've got such an incredible Showstopper collection, you've now potentially added another element into that collection that wasn't there in the first place.
Absolutely.
Simply just by fussy cutting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to put my to say, and then I've got my fancy word edgeable, so you can use all the bits that you've got in your stash. And all I'm going to use is my little foam pads to just layer those up. So let me just pop one on there.
Can I just say, sending get well wishes to little Teddy, Rachel's Teddy's feeling a little bit under the weather. She's just sent me a cute little picture of him, saying that she's got a sidekick with her in the comments today.
Aww.
You wee cutie, he's feeling a little bit under the weather.
So can I ask, is Teddy human or animal?
Human.
Human. As you were saying that, I was like, I wonder if Teddy's like a cat or a dog or if it's a little child.
Wee cutie.
Oh, poor Teddy. Well, big wishes to Teddy, and let's hope a speedy recovery.
There's lots going about, isn't there, because of the cold weather.
It's that time of year, isn't it, Craig?
It is.
So
this
all
would
I'm
make them
doing,
smile.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a good point. This will make you smile so much. So I'm putting that just to say, and we're going to pop that just across here. I love these sentiments. So, and look how designer looking this is all coming together with. Going to then just use my tacky glue, and all we're going to do is just on the backs of these, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just around.
I'm going to say as well, Debbie, the bundle with just the 12 by 12 and the linen cardstock, it's not going to last much longer. So the only way you would be able to get it is in the collection, Showstopper collection. So if it is something you're thinking about, it obviously goes to show, because Johnny and I can see the quantities. A lot of you, not everyone, but a lot of you are going for the Showstopper collection with the extra paper pad and still putting in another 12 by 12 and linen, which I'm not surprised. But just to say that 12 by 12 paper pad with the linen card, both of them together, £25 or $30, that is not going to last very, very long. Just to say, on their own individually, your 12 by 12 would have been $14.99 or $19.95. That's actually the same for the linen. So you can see that value there. So yeah, be quick if that is what you're wanting.
There you go, Craig. So that's our one that we changed a bit. And then if I bring this one in, this was the one that I made into a shaker card. But both of them are absolutely lovely. So just using different papers in the background. We've got all the glitter running through that one. But both just as lovely. But you can just see how you can change up those paper pads and make them look really different, but still as stunning. And they're just designer looking, and you're going to want them. You're going to absolutely want these in your life.
You know those little high street, cute little boutiques that you've got with lots of the sunshine, home decor things and the cards and the cello wrap? That in an envelope, in a cello wrap.
Yes.
If you are selling them,
absolutely.
you could get a good penny or
Going to
two.
be amazing. And actually, Craig, you just then made me think, because my granddaughter's just had her bedroom decorated and it's all in rainbow theme.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. And I'm thinking some of the elements would go in a photo frame that she could have on her walls, which are just going to lovely.
Yeah,
love
what
them.
a great idea. And don't forget everything when it comes to our collections. Yeah, card making, home decor, and as long as you're making something that you can sell till your heart's content, there's no what we call angel policy. That just basically means there's only a set amount that you can make and sell, as much as you want if you are making. We've got Julie Foster on YouTube is saying, hi from Bedlington, Northumberland. I ordered mine yesterday with the extra paper pad, ordered more paper pad today. Paper is so modern and is totally me. Best paper pad done since I joined Crafters Companion.
Oh, big statement.
Big statement.
But actually, I'm not sure if I disagree, because it is just amazing. It's one of those paper pads that I just want you to hold in your hand and see that because you'll get it and go, wow, it's even nicer than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is definitely one of those.
And Debbie Robinson absolutely lost it when she seen that paper pad.
Yeah.
She absolutely adores it as well. Angela Essex on YouTube saying, hi everyone from a snowy Walsall. Love this collection. Can't wait for it to arrive. There is so many of you have got love within your comments. You've said it so many times because that is exactly what you are doing. You are loving it like we are. Tracy Madden on YouTube is saying, I put in my order before wake up call. I've been waiting for this since seeing it on Sunday. I've made sure all the housework is done so I can enjoy the shows the whole day.
Nice.
We might, stock to pick, we might, Debbie, maybe have a look in Beautiful Beginnings as well, maybe?
Oh, I think so. If there's any left.
Any left, maybe?
Absolutely.
Elizabeth is saying, good morning, CC, crafty friends from Western New York. I haven't been around for a while, but saw this paper pad, and I am in love with the colours and the patterns. Carol's loving it. You've then got... So Emma Thrower on Facebook is saying, Debbie, I ordered the Showstopper collection. Can't wait to receive it. Right, so I know Debbie covered this in a minute, but I'll answer it anyway or ask. Saying, are the hold and release sheets on the website? So I think they're out of stock, aren't they?
Out of stock,
they're out of stock at the moment. Debbie did show you that way in which you could be doing your paper piecing while we wait on the actual stock coming in. Another good question as well to cover, Kristen. Kristen is saying, do the stamps work with the dies?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that. I'm going to have a look because, and actually, I really wished I'd checked this earlier, because when I took the stamps out, I suddenly thought to myself, oh, I wonder if they will work with the dies. So I've not actually tried them, but let's have a look, because, oh no, I can see it looks different size already. Yeah, it's a shame actually, but yes, that's slightly smaller. And yeah, the clouds, that's what I was looking at, the clouds. Yeah, different shape again. Actually, I wonder, yeah, no, they're a slightly different shape. So yeah, they haven't been worked together, yes, so in separate elements. But beautiful, whatever they are, that's
Absolutely.
for sure.
And it's one of those things, always ask away if you're unsure. That could be the thing that's just stopping you, holding you back from ordering it, because you want to know if it works or not. Ask away. We'll always answer when we are live. Now, lots of you got it in your basket. We're waiting to take a little bit of a break in a minute, but what we are going to do is, for today only, we've got deal of the day. So this is going to end midnight your time, wherever you are across the globe. You're going to be on an OG Gemini, A4 Gemini, saving 28% on something that we need day in, day out when it comes to majority of our Crafters Companion collection. Is, of course, our Gemini. It's Gemini because Gemini is a twin, as me and Debbie are, although we are not twins, but we're both Gemini, being the 21st of June for our birthday. And it cuts and then it embosses. It doesn't just do die cutting of dies and embossing with folders. I know Debbie touched upon, she'll show you something later on when it comes to stencils, but it is your A4 die cutting machine. So it is going to give you that ability to then die cut all your different dies, whether it's smaller to large one. I always like to point it out as well when it comes to the Gemini. Our one here, just say it was the junior as well, not the large Gemini. You can see, to say there, if I read it properly. You can see this one here. What you have got is that pause and reverse function, which we were the very first ones to do that when it comes to, of course, our die cutting machine. So many other companies followed suit with that because it's so handy having that pause and that reverse as well. So if it is something you want to go to for today, £130 or $185, you're saving £49.99 or $64.95 again on something that we use day in, day out. You've got the plates, you've got that little starter kit as well. Even better if you are platinum, £104 or $148. You will see later on as well at VT when it comes in Club Inspire, because if you've never shopped with us before and this is going to be your first order, you would get it at platinum price today, 20% off your first order, which we'll cover later on. But to give you time to go and check out your order when it comes to Colour Your World, here is a very familiar face and a familiar voice, should I say, telling you all about our Gemini.
This is Gemini, one of the fastest, quietest electronic die-cutting and embossing machines on the market. Its industry-leading high-pressure system delivers fantastic results from intricate dies and folders, all at the touch of a button. Its oversized opening and platforms provide for edge-to-edge cutting of US letter and A4 size with thin metal dies, allowing you to cut materials such as thin cardstock, vinyl, craft metal and fabric. No cranking needed, as it will move the plates through automatically and quickly, which means you may spend less time on preparation and more time on inspiration. The Gemini has optical switches, making it hands-free and fully automated, with a built-in auto-reverse function for protection. It's easy to use, so you're always in control. Its sleek, low-profile design makes it a superb addition to any craft workspace. It has built-in handholds, meaning you can easily take it anywhere. The Gemini is a universal die-cutting and embossing machine that works with the majority of all leading brands of thin metal dies and embossing folders. All of the platforms that you need come included in the box, as well as a thick rubber embossing mat for intricate detail work on your dual-purpose cut and embossed dies. The addition of the metal cutting plate allows you to cut intricate dies in a single pass through the machine and enables you to cut multiple layers of fabric. For a perfect cut every time, you need Gemini, the electronic die cutting and embossing machine made by crafters for crafters.
Debbie, we are 39 minutes into the official launch day show of our brand new Crafters Companion Collection, Colour Your World. Are you ready for it? You ready? How much is gone?
Oh my goodness.
60% of the Colour Your World Showstopper collection has gone. Now this collection here, with it being the Showstopper that is also featured on the actual launch day itself, you always get that little bit extra. Now it could be inks or it could be adhesive, something that's going to work in conjunction with the collection. With this one today, the reason so many are going for this one is because that Showstopper collection includes an extra pack of linen cardstock, which so many of you add in as extra anyway when it comes to just the collection on its own. But you're also within the Showstopper collection getting another 12 by 12 patterned paper pad. So that's then giving you 64 double-sided 180 GSM pattern papers, Colour Your World, and then it's also then going to be giving you your 2 packs, which is giving you 48 sheets of your linen texture cardstock, which is exceptional. But in saying that, what so many of you are still doing, you're going for that Showstopper collection, but you're still going for that little bundle that we have where you get your 12 by 12 pattern paper and your linen cardstock. That's going to sell out. That's going to sell out when it comes to that 12 by 12 and the A4 linen. So when that sells out, you will only be able to get the linen cardstock when it comes to the actual Showstopper collection. So that being said, maybe you're like, Craig, I've got lots of things, lots of crafty stuff, but I love the papers and the linen card. I just want the 12 by 12 and the linen. You need to be quick. You can get your hands on it, £25 or $30. You are saving 15%. Now, not only am I going to say this is, you know, something colour-wise you're going to be using day in and day out. It's springtime colours. You've got a 15% saving on something that's going to work spring, summer. You've got some of those orange tones you'll start to be able to bring into the autumn time if you've got any left by then, because you're going to love it. And same with the cold tones when it comes to winter, which it feels like that today. It's blooming freezing. But this whole collection, it makes you smile, it makes you happy. If you do just want to go for the 12 by 12 and the linen, there you go, platinum price at £20 or $24. It's going to sell out. When it does, it means you can only get them when it comes to that Showstopper collection. But then going back on what I said before, so many of you are going for that Showstopper collection, but you're still going for that bundle with the 12 by 12 and the A4 linen. So that just goes to show how much you're loving it, how much you want it, and how popular that it's been. And we've only featured it today when it comes to that Showstopper collection. So talking about that Showstopper collection, you are going to get it all £99 or $125. I'm not going to go through it all in great detail at this moment because we're going to jump straight back to Debbie, and then when we can come back, we'll go through it in a wee bit more details. But you've seen, you've got your dies, you've got stamps, you've got your actual stencils, you've got 3D embossing folder, we've shown you the linen card, we've shown you the 12 by 12 cardstock. I'm not surprised when it comes to the collection and comes to that finished sample Debbie done, everyone's loving it like Kathy Green is saying, Debbie, that is absolutely stunning. And that is just one of many that are saying the same. So I think it's so key, and appreciate your comments, and we will read them, but you're loving this collection. I know you'd rather see Debbie and what you can create. So what we're going to do now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to put myself out of a job, but honestly, guys, any one of you can do what I've done today, this morning, this afternoon, because everything you touch and do is going to make you look like the professional that you should be, because you have all the tools here in this collection. All those colours, all those designer pages are just going to enhance your colouring. They're going to enhance your inking. They're going to enhance your whole craft. Now, I'm going to use something I haven't used yet today, and that is our folder. Now, it's our 3D embossing folder, but it comes with 2 stencils. It's called Ray of Sunshine. I mean, of course it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a ray. You're a ray of sunshine, Craig. You're an absolute ray of sunshine.
You're my sunshine.
Oh, see,
my
we are sunshines. But I love it. I just think it's so gorgeous. Now, I'm feeling it. It doesn't really matter, but you need to feel to see which part is raised and which part is flat. This is my flat part, so I'm going to put that across the top. And then this is my raised. Oh, have I got that the wrong way around? No, that's the piece that goes in. So this bit is the flatter side. But the reason I'm checking, it doesn't matter, because all I'm going to do is emboss a white piece of card. But if you do put a colour piece of card into there, just know that you want to put it on the side where the raised areas are pushing up, so they're on the bottom. So what we're going to do is pop this into here. Now, because I'm using a 3D embossing folder, we're going to use our plastic shim, our magnetic, with our folder and card, and then our top cutting plate on top of that.
Okay.
So just run that through the machine. That's going to do all the embossing for you. The level of embossing on this folder
isn't it crazy, isn't it?
Insane.
It's
yeah,
insane.
it's just beautiful. I don't know why. I don't know why some seem. Maybe it's the pattern. I'm not really sure. But look at that. I mean, it is. That's the other way round. There we go. That way. It is absolutely stunning. I did have it the right way. Coming up the raised part. No, it isn't. It's that way. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think it matters, actually. Debossed or embossed, it looks absolutely stunning. Now, you're getting these 2 stencils. So they come in different parts. So you're getting your piece that will go over like this. So that one will go for the bottom half. So I'm going to do that one first because I only want this to be very slight. I want to keep a lot of the white in here as well. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my Pal Fig. I've got crushed velvet, and I also want a little bit of ocean blue. And then I'm just going to bring in my ink daubers. So let me just grab some. They're all getting a bit old. I can't wait till we get some new ones in, I have to say.
Yeah, I think they're planning on being in soon, aren't they?
Absolutely. I've heard whispers. They are coming soon. This is a little bit dark, so what I'm going to do is just use some of that ink, take it off before I use use my ocean blue just to get rid of some of that. Our ink daubers really hold the ink really well. So let's just do that. Want a little bit of blue, and then we're going to start with our purples. So first of all, let's just take our lightest one. So we've got our Pale Fig. Just hold that over that design, and then I'm going to turn it around so you can see it a little bit better. I want to just sort of come in off the stencil and just do that circular motion, just to add a little bit of colour around there.
Do you know what I think this collection's also going to do as well? And you might be sitting at home being like, well, yeah, obviously, Craig, because it's Colour Your World. But you've maybe invested in our water reactive inks. Maybe you've invested in our pigment. Maybe you're scared to use them. Maybe even although we do Colour Me Happy, we do our master classes and that, maybe you're still a little bit daunted. I'm going to say this. I promise you, this will make you want to bring out your ink pads and just add colour to the stencils or the folder or whatever it is. You're going to want to bring those ink pads out, Debbie.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think what this is going to do is really enrich your colouring with whatever you're putting it onto, because it's just going to look amazing. Our ink pads, well, I'm assuming, I can only assume because we have an amazing design team, I'm assuming that they put these colours together knowing that our ink pads would really work well with them. Because they are an exact match. They're just incredible. Really which means that we already had sort of designer products in already, didn't we? Which is great.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, so we're going to do that bottom bit just like some, so quite sort of dramatic there.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, just really lovely. And then we're going to bring in some other colours here. So coming back to this one, you've got different stencils that are going to fit in. So use them sort of where you want them. So can you see this one comes down here and I've got my clouds. This one goes up. So don't feel like they're not matching. You have to take them to where you want them, and all that does is it saves a lot more space on our actual designs. And then on here, all I really want to do, I don't really want a great deal of purple. I want to do more of a sort of lighter lilac. I haven't really got a lighter lilac, so what I'm going to do is let's bring in that Pale Fig. I've got sort of a silvery colour on this, so I'm just going to sort of dab it very lightly round.
Sorry, no, carry on.
No, you're fine. I was just saying, just because I want that sort of feel about the clouds being that slight tone of purple.
I suppose it's that case, isn't it? You can always add, but you can't necessarily take off.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I'm just dabbing really, really lightly. So you can see then when we take that away, you can see it's just got that tone coming on those clouds.
And at first you would think there's nothing there. You're like, oh, I'm not really adding anything, but you take that stencil away and you see that colour pop.
Definitely, definitely. So let's just pop that one on and then do that. Sorry, Craig, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, towards the end of last week when I was having a play with this one and I was playing about and done an Insta reel with it, I was trying to work, what music will I do in the background? And while I was playing, I was thinking, you know, the sky and the sunshine. And I don't know why Spirit in the Sky came to mind.
I love that.
And the comic relief version from years ago with Gareth Gates, who won Pop Idol here in the UK.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until a couple of days later that, that's right, he came second. Everyone thought he was going to win, but he didn't. He came second. Will Young beat him. And then, I'm watching the reel back, and then you know when you actually listen to a song?
Where did that voice just come from in my head?
Like Will Young was in our ear. Yeah.
I think Will Young's there.
He is.
Wow, Johnny, who knew?
A little bit of evergreen there in the ear. That was beautiful.
Even Charlotte's saying, Johnny, that's beautiful.
You can tell she's got a lump in her throat from that, yeah. There you
go.
But I was re-watching my reel afterwards, and you know when you just all of a sudden listen to the lyrics of a song and you think, maybe it's not the most suitable song to add to something, you know, Spirit in the Sky and, you know, the purpose of that.
I've missed it. I need to go and watch that then, Craig. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Different meaning, really. When you listen to the lyrics, it's like, maybe not the most suitable for something happy and cheery. The tune is happy and cheery, but the words, there we go. We've now got Gareth Gates going,
Well, who knew that our Johnny was a Gareth Gates fan?
Yeah, I bet he was there with his old, you know, with his phone number.
I voted for Will Young.
I think I voted for Gareth Gates, I think.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to see Will Young live.
Did you?
In concert, yeah. It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thetford Forest.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my goodness,
Johnny's telling the dates as well.
2002. My youngest was born in 2002.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's an Anne Marie.
She's 21 this year.
2002. An Anne Marie song. I like that. Yeah, I always remember the following year Pop Idol because it was Michelle McManus, the Scottish girl, that won. Didn't hear much of her after, but.
That's a lot you don't, do you?
Time. Oh, it's like a Pop Idol reunion in the studio today.
Absolutely, yeah, love that. Right, so now I've done that one, and if I bring this one in, I've just done it slightly different way. I've just done a slightly little bit here, but both the same. It just looks nice that you could do it. So if you want something more dramatic, you can do it. If you want something more subtle. Now I've trimmed this one to size and just inked around the edges. So I'm going to use that one so it matches all my extra bits. Then the other thing I've done is, let's bring in our lady here with the umbrella, because I absolutely love this lady. I just think she's, I mean, you can't even see her, but she's just looks very whimsical and bright and just lovely. So we're going to give her dress a colour. So I'm going to use my magenta blend, and I'm just going to come in with our first lightest colour, and we're just laying that down into these sections, and then going to colour with our next colour. So our next medium colour, sort of coming in and just giving that one.
And then I'm thinking about, imagine going in with your sparkle pens or your glitter pens.
Oh, yes.
Or what about starting to bring in what you've learnt from Leanne in the Academy of Colour, you know, going in with the pleats and, you know, the direction of the light and, oh yeah, all these different things you can start to pull together, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, I think what this does is it really does capture your imagination of all the different things that you could be doing. And that's exactly what you want a collection to do. You want it to, you know, bring in all those different ideas. And actually, I think what this collection is very, very good for is beginner crafters, but also for advanced crafters. It's got that all-round feel. For an advanced person that's advancing in their colouring or maybe their card making, they know they can take this up to the next level. For someone that's a beginner, they're going to love it because it makes you look just amazing because of all that. Not that you're not amazing, but do you know what I mean? When you're first starting to colour, or you're first starting to put your cards together, there's no wrongs that you can do in this collection.
Not at all.
It's just beautiful.
And you know, and I know quite a lot. We've got our tri-blends, we've got our classic, we've got our illustrators, we've got, you know, our aqua pens. We talk about blending and shading, but let's not forget as well, Debbie, if you just want to go down with one tone, you don't necessarily have to do all your three-tone blends. If you want to go with that light tone of magenta and leave it light, of course you can.
Absolutely.
You know, keeping it as simple as you want.
Yeah, definitely. And it is just one of those really simple things to do. And we always talk about being mindful in crafting, but actually also adding that colour is not just mindful, it's happiness, so having pure joy to be doing something like this. And I think it's so important to enjoy craft. If it becomes difficult or hard work, we don't want to do it.
No, not at all. And, you know, without getting deep, life's tough enough as it is.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And no one seems to be getting that kind of relief at the moment. There's one thing after another. So whether it is, you know, with your crafting, or all crafting is that nice, it's calm, that's relaxing, it's happy. But then when you throw in something that is full on colour, if you don't like colour, this is not the collection for you. Do you know what I mean? But then,
there isn't no one that doesn't like colour,
exactly.
surely.
That's it. That's my point. No, there's no one that doesn't like colour, you know, and being able to just go to town with the colours, whether it's the backgrounds, the cardstocks you're using, and then bringing in your pens and that. I cannot reiterate enough how many times I can walk into the studio, Debbie, or look at your table that you're set up, and you just smile at the colours.
Yes.
You smile at the design, and
Oh,
it makes you
absolutely.
happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the umbrella, I would say really use this to your advantage and just put lots of lovely bright colours into it, because it really does sort of lend itself to those beautiful bright colours. So just adding that pop of yellow, let's go in with our green. So it's just a case of using whatever you want to do those different colours. And because you've got that really good assortment of colours in your paper pad, it doesn't matter what colours you use, they're going to work.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So I'm doing this very quickly. I'm not going to do much more. Let's put our card together and I can bring in my image. But carry on doing all those colours all the way round there. And then all I've done is I've actually cut her out. So I fussy cut her. So just all round those lines. If you don't manage to go, so a couple of these lines, I've used my art liner and I've just put my art liner pen around there to make sure that I've not had any white space and I've not cut off my line as well. But she looks totally different, doesn't she, when you actually cut her out? In fact, she looks smaller than what she does on there.
Yeah, she does,
but that's
doesn't she?
because you've got all sort of the puddle here and you've got everything else. So let's pop that to the side.
You
and
may have
let's
heard me
bring in-
just under my breath there go, yeah. And that's because, as Charlotte said, it looks 3D.
Yes, it does, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Now, what I've done here, let me give you the measurements to my card. This is 11.5 by 7.
Okay.
I've scored it in at 2 1/4 and 3 1/4, turned it round and scored again at 2 1/4 and 3 1/4.
Right,
And this is going to be my, I love a bridge card, but I decided because it was sort of the girl in the rain, but with the sunshine in the background, I thought I would make a slightly different bridge card with having acetate that makes the bridge. So the first thing I've done is took that beautiful papers. Unfortunately, we're going to cover most of these up, but I did want those edges. If you want to keep your papers, use some inks instead and not your papers. I've just gutted the insides where I've used some of my cardstock, my scrap cards, to put these as borders. And I've used these splash of colour ones that are in the pad as well, which are just lovely, because I thought these would look really nice on our panels at the side, so they have that splash of colour sort of rising up, and then you've got this tone of colour, and then we've got our embossing folder that's going to be in the middle there. So let's stick all this together and create our beautiful card.
Christine Mahoney is saying, I love this collection so much. It makes me so happy. I bought the Showstopper yesterday with a ton of paper pads. I bought a ton because I know I'm always going to be using it with any collection. Actually, that's a really good point as well, because although you've got a lot of brightness to it, these are actually going to be working well with your other collections as well.
Absolutely.
Don't be scared to kind of team them up. Do them side by side with past collections. You'll probably be surprised actually how well a suit that they are for many of the other ones.
Absolutely,
Nature Garden,
yes,
Sarah's
yeah.
Signature. I'm just like, yeah, Sarah's birthday box that she done.
Oh, Craig, that's a brilliant
Yeah.
call, because obviously they're all consumables.
Exactly.
You've probably, in fact, I remember someone saying, what was the last box that we did? I don't think it was it the Scent with Love?
Scent with Love was the last one.
No, it wasn't the Scent with Love, it was something else. It had
Birthday?
really, really pretty papers in there. I can't remember what they were, and someone... Yeah, Scent with Love
So
was
Scent with Love, and
oh,
then-
it was the Scent with Love papers,
Yeah.
yes. And people, we are doing tonight, John. I was trying to think of the papers, and it was, I've done this wrong. Well, not wrong, but I want to put my acetate on first, so I'm just going to slightly untuck that.
That's me distracting you, sorry.
That's all right. It's just, I was sticking away. Right, let's put this on first, and then we can put our acetate on. Yes, so any of the papers from those boxes, you can add those to, Craig. So I think that's an absolutely great shout. Right, let's pop this one on right in the centre there. So even though we're being a little bit wasteful, you'll gut out that middle section so you'll have them. I love how all these colours frame that beautiful embossing folder. And then what we're going to do, I've got a piece of acetate right here. This is going to go over the front. Now I've got my, I've already put some red liner tape on, so we're going to just take that away from our sides. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place this onto the front. Oh, can't get that off.
Great way to kind of have that emboss and stencil is a feature right in the middle.
That's it. So what I'm going to do is tuck this behind. So I just need that at the side, like so. But before we place the other one on, I'm going to bring that in. So if you, oops, got that one stuck to my fingers. Bring that one in. That will lay it flat, so you've got your flat design. But what that's done, I'm going to use my scoring tool just to burnish that down, and then we can hide our work in. So it's just pop that on. We've got enough glue on there to hide that. But what will happen, that now is my bridge on my card, see, at the front, but it's actually a see-through bridge. And then we can put this on, so the whole, and it still folds flat.
There's
which
no
is,
bridge over
nice.
troubled waters here with this collection, that's for sure.
I love what you did there. Amazing. Absolutely not. And then we're going to use our girl on the front. So what I have brought in is our sunshine. This was from our sunflower collection. And I've also cut myself sort of multiple clouds. And all I've done is inked round the edges with the lilac, so the pale fig. Can't pick them up.
If you've invested in our template library, imagine how that's going to look with the papers and the dyes and that within this collection.
Absolutely, going to be amazing. And then we're going to just put our clouds floating around. So let's put one at the top.
A little birdie told me we might be expecting our next part of a template library soon.
A little birdie told me you might be bringing it to us, Craig. I love that we hear all these things about. It's all very exciting, isn't it? Yeah, it's a great one, the new template library, isn't it?
Yeah, wait, I've not got my hands on it yet. I've seen pictures, and you've had your hands on it, haven't you?
Well, I've seen quite a few of them because I did some filming
you did,
for America. So, but yeah, it's. I just think they're all amazing. Whether you've got the first, whether you just go for the second one, all of them have a place, and they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And the reason I purposely wanted to tell you that was so that you know that you've always got us here on Crafters TV giving you ideas and inspiration. But then when it comes a point, maybe it's not featured as much, you've still got your template library, whereas the actual designs of those template cards and projects, they're instantly going to spur you on when you think of other ideas that you can use this with.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly right, Craig, because it's those sort of projects, especially from the template library, that give us so much more inspiration.
For sure.
So yeah, absolutely love that.
Have a lovely rest of the day, Rachel. That's her off now for the rest of the day. And we have got Susie for the rest of the day. So we've got Susie on social now.
Yesterday was really funny. Susie was on last night, and I don't know what had happened. I think Susie might have messaged me, and when I looked, I thought someone's wishing me happy birthday. But I realised it was Susie from last year, or Susie realised it was from last year, and I was messaging on the wrong group. I wasn't even in the right group, Craig.
Oh, well, you know. Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Right, so I forgot to put my little pieces on the inside. So I'm just going to pop these round. They're going to go on in the inside here. But even if you forget, it's easy enough just to pop them back in place. And then because that lays flat, you can just pop that down. And then we'll do the same with our other one. So just put that along there, and you need one piece of glue. That's just going to tie in on the end panel.
I'm just thinking, Debbie, I'm just trying to imagine myself, you know, we'll all go through days or weeks or that when we feel a bit low and what have you, and I'm just imagine, unfortunately, you're going through a phase like that, and then you receive a card that you've made here, you've got that concept, you know, you've got that dimension, and that comes through the post, whether it's a just because, or I'm thinking of you, or, you know, just to make you smile. What a lovely thing to receive through the door. Such
a nice one. Yeah, and in fact, we touched on that this morning, Craig. When you went off, I was saying to Liz, she was saying about how it brightens, you know, someone's day making a card like this. But actually, you're right, receiving a card like this is just incredible. So we've put sunshine there, and then we've put down on a cloudy day. So that's going to go at the bottom here. Let me just pop that one on. And then all we've got to do now is to adhere our girl there, who is so gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
And she's just standing there and she's going to be looking at that sunset.
Wow.
Look at that. How nice is that? So let's turn that round, pop those to the side, and there you go.
Debbie, that's not nice. That's not nice.
It's not nice. Not nice, Craig.
Absolutely stunning.
Oh,
That
thank
is
you.
absolutely gorgeous. I love that extra dimension that you get with that acetate. You know, and at first, when you look at it there, you think that's just right up against that base layer, but obviously as the recipient looks in and you see you've got that kind of like that barrier, you've actually got that
Craig,
acetate.
I forgot something to tell you. It's over there now, but glossy highlights are on the show. These are brilliant raindrops. Let me bring in this. I don't know if we can pick this up, Charlotte, but look at her feet. She looks like she's got puddles in her feet. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's your glossy highlight. So if you put the glossy highlights on her umbrella and on the bottom, she actually looks like she's walking through the rain. Love that. So make sure you grab some glossy highlights as well because they are incredible. I've been using them on lots of things.
And you will be at home. $11.98 or $13.98. It works out that you're buying two and you're getting one for free. And you definitely will want that amount when you start using it, as you can see what Debbie was just using there. Sometimes you just need that little bit of inspiration. There you are, bottom of the acetate, a little bit of puddles. You're going to start using them all over. But that is from your Colour Your World Showstopper collection. 65% of that Showstopper collection has gone. If you are just joining us, what is the Showstopper? Well, it's the whole collection, the dies, you've got your folders, you've got your paper pads as well. But with the Showstopper collection, you get an extra 12x12 paper pad and an extra A4 linen cardstock. So before we have a read of the comments, let's have a wee look. So I'm conscious that we've not gone through the collection since the start in a wee bit detail. So you've got the most gorgeous, happy, smiley, double-sided 12x12. And although you have got two of this pad and two of the linen within the Showstopper, there is a reason as to why so many are putting that extra bundle in where you've got just the 12x12 and the linen. If you've done that, that means you're turning your Showstopper collection into a collection with 3 12x12 and 3 linen cardstock. If you want to do that, be quick though, because that bundle with the 12x12 card and the linen card, it's going to go soon, and you're only going to be able to get the linen pattern when it comes to the Showstopper collection. So you've got your linen as well. So Debbie's been using it for lots of the mats and layers in the backgrounds, but of course paper pieces that she's done earlier as well. Got gorgeous texture that you know already when it comes to the linen cardstock. I'm going to turn it that way. That way. I think actually I'm just doing it the same way I was doing it a minute ago, but hey, at least you can see the colours there. So you've got that bright colour there, you've got that fresh colour, but that happy colour, salmony pinks, then you've got your oranges going into your bright yellows, you've got your highlight greens, I was calling it, but then your blues, but then it's not quite an ice blue, but it's not quite a teal, and it's not quite a mint, it's quite a unique colour when it comes to that blue shade that we were talking about earlier on. So you've got that. So remember, this is a Showstopper, so it's 2 of them and 2 of the 12x12, and then you're also going to be getting your pretty kaleidoscope die. Now it's your 2 dies, so this is giving you a matte and layer die for the back. Of course, you might just want to use it with the detail on its own, or there was a finished sample that Debbie showed earlier on where the outline die has been used to create an aperture and just done a wash of colour, and then the butterflies have been stuck on top. It's exceptional. Then you've also got your look for the rainbow. So you can start to build your own rainbow where you're starting to then build your own umbrella, but you've got the clouds there as well. Just a little cloud here and there is more than enough. Or of course you've got the raindrops too. So that's in there. And then this was the stamp set Debbie was just using there, Dancing in the Raindrops. It's exactly what it is, isn't it? Dancing in that raindrops there with the rainbow, with the Wellington Boots cloud heart and the raindrops. We've then also got our butterfly and also our love heart stencil. Now forgive me, there was a question earlier on. I'm going to double check, see if I can remember who it was that asked, but it was asking, will these go through the Gemini Junior? I think they're just a little bit too wide for the Gemini Junior plates. I'm going to double check that, but I believe that they are just that ever so bit of a fraction bigger than your Gemini Junior plates. So you've got the love hearts, and then you've also got the butterflies. Then still sticking with the stencils, we've got our large 8x8 stencils, water reactive, pigment, your sprays. So correct me, Debbie, you're saying actually they will just fit, will they?
Well, they're 6x6.
So they are.
Yeah.
So they are.
So they will, absolutely.
6x6 stencil, 6x6, well not 6x6, but 6-inch mount when it comes to the junior.
Yep.
So of course they will. So there you go. So those smaller ones will, of course the 8x8 won't, but then you're going to be doing all your textures, your glitter paste, everything like that included that you can be doing. Then this was the one that Debbie just used a moment ago. This is also the one that I'd done that Instagram reel with that, you know, questionable song in the background. Still a cheery song though, so it's fine. But you've got your folder, 4x6, 3D, and you've got your 2 stencils there. You can build the colour up. We've also got our 5x7. Now this is a 2D embossing folder, but by gosh, the detail that you get. I would recommend do what Debbie done when she launched the texture embossing folders. Add in your magnetic, not your magnetic, your metal shim with your 2 cutting plates. That really makes the love heart stand out even more, but that's included. And then you've got your create a card, that one there being your floral rainbow. So cutting in, cutting out, paper piecing, certainly it's one of the things I would say many of you are going to be doing, like Debbie done earlier on. All of that, £99 or $125. You've got a saving of $24.88 or $36.44. If you are platinum, then it's going to come down to $79.20 or $100 bang on the money. Say that again, Johnny, how much? So 2/3 of the stock have gone out when it comes to the Showstopper collection. So keep that one in mind if you are want to go for that big collection. We've got Jackie on YouTube is saying, I got the Showstopper collection, I love it. We've also got Cassie-Ann Creative Studios on YouTube is saying, love the size of the stamp, colouring always brings me joy. You know, and that's lovely to know as well. If colouring brings you joy, and then being able to then colour that stamp, which also brings you joy, it's a win-win, isn't it? We've got Val Lloyd on Facebook saying, hello, Craig and Debbie. Sorry I'm a bit late, but we'll catch up later. This kit is beautiful, Val in Southampton. It really, really is. Susie is saying I got my order in too. With the extra paper, I love this collection. Love is all the way through the comments from Wake Up Call to, of course, launch day. Lindsay on YouTube saying this card is so cute. Everyone loving everything that Debbie was showing you there in that last demonstration. Haley Ralph, Dee Carroll, Christine Mahoney. We've also got Brenda Bibby. We've got Samantha. We've got Lindsay. We've got Lois, Sarah, Adriana, 4 Holiday Designs, Terry Anderson, Mary Pat 1000, all saying the same thing, such as, gorgeous card, Debbie. I'm so excited to make your card. And love the, I think that was meant to be plaid paper. You ordered 2 of them. And that's what many are doing. So once, I know I keep going over, but that Showstopper, you are getting 2 of the 12x12 and 2 of the linen cardstock. We're going to get to a point that if you are wanting the linen and the 12x12, it's going to sell out on its own. You'll only be able to get it in that Showstopper collection. It's all there across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Have a look at Shop the Day. That's where you're going to see everything, including what Debbie and myself are going to be showing you later on in Beautiful Beginnings. But we're going to give you the opportunity to check out your basket. If you are new to us and you hear me talking about Club Inspire and Platinum level, here's the boss to tell you all about it.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Oh, we have so much fun here. We really, really do. I know we say it quite a lot. Can't really say. It's a job, really, at times. You know, we just talk about all things fun and happy in lifetime. And it's lovely to see what you say as well. So, some things we can't talk about live before we go along. You know, we are all, it's always fun and laughter in this place. Lots of colourful language as well sometimes is when it comes to behind the scenes as well. But Colour Your World, oh my gosh, you guys are absolutely, and I'm not surprised, absolutely loving this collection as well. Maybe not necessarily surprising, Debbie, but isn't it funny when you get something and you just throw colour at it? Something about colour that just captures your senses, you know, your mood, your creativity, that you just want that colour.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, I think we are, as a nation, a little bit scared of colour. And I think that comes into our everyday lives. I think we've become a very grey nation. Our homes have become, because everyone wants minimalistic, we've become very grey in the home. And there's nothing wrong with that because it looks lovely, it's stylish, it's nice. But actually, that pop of colour can make all the difference to your mood, to how you look at life, and just to really elevate yourself. And I think having a collection that brings that part of colour into you when you're crafting, because crafting actually is that mindfulness. It is that time where we take just for ourselves, to have that colour put into it as well, to elevate us. I don't think this collection can fail.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And that's how, Johnny, what was that update on how much has gone now? So yeah, so two-thirds, we're getting to that kind of sticky wicket stage when we're like, oh, when it comes to quantities of the collection there. So once again, if you are want to go for the 12 by 12 in linen cardstock on its own, be quick, because the only way you'll only get that one is in with Showstopper collection. Sorry, my choice of words there just kind of tickled them there in the gallery. Charlotte had never heard that before. Showstopper collection, Colour Your World, £99 or $125 platinum price, £79.20 or $100 on the mark. Trisha's saying, loving this launch, but Craig, I can't stop singing Spirit in the Sky. Yay. Debbie, I think we're just going to come straight back to you because there's so much to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited about this next demo because I love it. So I'm going to be using our ink pads, water reactive ink pads. I've got my crushed violet, my parakeet, we've got our grasshopper, lemon tonic, Chinese red, and our orange as well. So all these delicious colours. Now we're only going to do a little bit of a washed background, but we're going to do it quite sort of quickly. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some ink from each one and just place that onto the top, onto my glass mat. We have a new mixed media mat coming soon, you know, on Monday. So it's great for all these different techniques that I'm doing here, which is amazing. Can't wait to see that. I'm actually on with Jan on Sunday, Craig, and I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing because we're doing the first look at all our new mixed media products, which will be amazing. Right, our orange one, our last one. So I've got those 6 different colours. Now, all I want to do is I've took some water, just a plain water brush. I've got some nice clean water. Michelle's water yesterday was filthy. So I don't want too much water because all I want to do is give a little bit of a colour wash. So we're just going to pick this up and I'm literally just going to brush this across, just like that. Don't want anything other than that. That's it. That's all I want to do. Wash my brush out again, take that excess water off. Then we're going to pick up the blue, just a little bit of blue, and then we're going to do the same. I just want this sort of effective colour wash background. That's all we want from that one. And then we're going to again take the excess off. We're going to go in with my green this time. We're going to put that green there. Doesn't have to be in any shape or form. I'm doing this really quickly, but I would say go back over those and then you can build up even more colour to make them a bit brighter. So then just go across with your yellow. Then let's go in with our orange. Another way you could do this, Craig, like, and I know you've done this before, is you could take your ink pads directly to your cardstock. So you could, if you wanted to, just sweep across that inks as you're going along. So that's all you're going to do. You're going to build up that colour, build that up again, and I'll do, like I was just saying, I'll show you what I mean rather than just do it. You can literally just swipe across. So if you want to swipe your ink across, you can make patches of colour that way. So dry that off and add then more colour to make it brighter. What I would normally do is spritz that and then put your pages across the top and pick up it all so you can get all different, I mean you could just do that, you could dab it all into there and you'll just get a different effect on the background anyway. But I don't need that, so I'm just going to just wipe that away, so don't be wasteful with that. Once you've done that, you'll end up with your brighter colours like this. So I'm going to put my water out the way so I don't spill that everywhere. Then what we're going to do, I'm going to use this piece of card. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I wanted to pick up these pieces here and just flick them over the top. But I haven't done it, so it's not a big deal, so I'm not too worried. But I'm going to bring in this die. This is your Pretty Kaleidoscopes. It comes in 2 parts. So the back piece is really good for your mats and layers. This piece here is great for your die cutting. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that right through the middle of that card, just like so. And then we're going to tape that down and then pop that through our Gemini, because that's going to cut out then our butterflies in those beautiful colours. So let's just pop that into the middle. Let me move that. Yeah, we'll do it slightly like that. Then just going to take our tape, pop that down at the side. And it's why I had one already dry, just making sure it doesn't cut over the top, because you don't want to put that through if it's wet, because die cutting wet watercolour or damp watercolour cardstock, your die cut might not be so cleanly cut. And we're asking it to cut through all those intricate little butterfly details. So once you've done that, let's take these ones out. Take the tape off very carefully. Oh, it did cut up the top one, so be more mindful than what I was there with that top one. I'm not worried though, because we're going to lay that over the top of another piece of card, but I'm just very carefully trying to it doesn't want to come away. There we go. Come away. So that gives us our background piece, like so. And then you've got your die cut. So let me pop that away. And let's just tap out all the pieces on here. So that gives me my nice bright coloured background.
So smart.
And then what you're going to do is take this outside one, cut your outside edge out. That's going to give you this piece here. Then that way you can piece this back over and then place this on top. And then that way it looks like it's come out of those same colours. So yeah, really clever way to do that.
Really clever.
So let me pop that to the side because I want to show you a new card style that I found. So let me just bring in all my bits so you can see. Let's do this here, and then I can give you all the measurements as well. So this one I've actually cut to 5 inches by 11.5, and I've scored at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch and 4 inch, and then again at 8 inches, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8 inches on there. So you can see my card there, just like so. And then all I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to fold and burnish all those lines around. Just like that. And again. Now what this is doing, this is creating a little box style card at the base that's going to come round like this and hold that box into place. And then I've got this piece here. So what's going to happen, I've got another piece of card, if I can find it. Yes, it's here. Now this one is 5 inches by 4 inches. And then I've come in at 1/2 inch where I've got a little rim on the side there. And we're just going to fold that over like so. And then that bit is going to be my actual card that's going to go on the top here. Because what's going to happen, this is going to be the bottom of my card. Okay. That's going to stand up, and then my main image is going to go on the front. All will become clear when we've done it all. So let me bring in my glue on this piece. We're going to take our tape pen.
Where is it? I know you've covered this once before, Debbie, on a show we've done together. But where do you get your ideas for different concepts now? You know, if you're out of that the template library sort of feel, if you're just out on the World Wide Web having a look, different card, but where do you tend to look?
For me, Pinterest.
Pinterest, right.
I love Pinterest and YouTube. I love YouTube as well. I just think all those platforms are just amazing. You know what I'm loving at the moment? When you might find the same as well, Craig, when I'm presenting, I'm just suddenly seeing more and more of all what we all do. Yeah. Michelle especially, I have to say, she makes the most amazing construction. And I'm just learning. So every time I'm on a show, I go and mark that date down with a card that I liked, and then I'll bring that back in and I'm quite honest, and I say, right, I'm pinching that idea because I think that there's, though, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's what I would say. Whenever, if you lose your mojo and you just need a bit more inspiration, I think that, there's lots of platforms that you can go on and get those inspirations, and also lots of craft alongs as well. I go back to. And they're amazing in themselves. Right, I'm going to pinch my one here because I did exactly the same, but I flicked, can you see, I flicked all the same colours around the edges, just making sure that we've got all those sort of colours that are all splattering in. And then I've just put some black little gems down on my butterflies to make them pop a bit. And then we've also got this piece that's going to go over the top. So first of all, I'm going to stick our bottom piece on. I don't want my butterflies, the big butterflies, to be stuck down. So what I'm going to do is just hold those butterflies, because they've got an outside edge on them. It's a very small rim, but they do have that outside cutting edge. So all we're going to do is pop that bit round, and then we're going to use our little glue bottle, and then we're going to just place our glue on those edges all the way around there.
Honestly, this technique, Debbie, of cutting into that backdrop wash that you've done and then elevating it, I think that's such a cool idea.
It's really effective, isn't it? And actually, what that's really good for as well, Craig, is if you've got sentiments, because you could do the same thing with sentiments, just do a colour wash background and then place your sentiments around. And it's, it's really cool for sort of hiding what you've cut out, but it looks like you've placed that card behind. So we're just gonna pop that into place, just like so. And then we will then stick that onto the front. So what I have done is I've put some matten layers. So I love this one. I'm using this quite a lot because even though it's plain, it's got all the colours that we need running through it. You could decide on what sides that you need to show, but I do love that one. And this nice bright pop of colour that we've got going on as well. So my main piece of card is this one, and we've done let me just give you the measurement. So I've done 7 inches by 5 inches. This one is going to matten layer onto here, like so. So we'll stick them into place. And then I've done the same with this one. Don't need that bit. That was to cut something else out. Done this. Oh no, that was to go on that piece there. So we're going to place that bit over there. And then I've got another piece here, which I'll show you in a second. So let's pop these bits all into place. I'm just going to be sticking these in, Craig.
Okay, no problem. Cindy Thompson on YouTube is saying, I bought the large set for the extra paper pads, then I ordered 4 more 12 by 12 paper pads.
I love that.
That's how much everyone is loving.
Very wise,
the pads.
very wise.
Yeah, it really, really is wise. Deborah Sutherland on YouTube is saying, I'm so excited. Yesterday I ordered Sarah's Craft Club and a few more. Oh, I've just thought now that, say you've got the Craft Club for HSN or QVC UK, can you imagine the memory albums that you could be making with all of these bright coloured papers and cardstock and that? So you can give that a completely different twist as well.
Nice, yeah,
Loving
absolutely.
that idea, Deborah. It's also saying, today I ordered the Showstopper in extra paper. So happy Lakeland, Florida is going to be full of crafty fun. It is. Smiley, happy, crafty fun. Margie on YouTube saying, hi everyone from California. I was so excited to get my Colour Your World collection since Sunday. I just love the colours, the stencils and the folders. Everything is gorgeous about it. It is. Everyone's agreeing with you as well. Charlotte Everett saying, good afternoon everyone here from Herne Bay. Well, good evening, afternoon to you too. Just remember as well, because your collection, it's well over that £10, $10, €10 mark, you're going to get your free gift as well. I'll go over that one just shortly, but you don't need to do anything. You'll get that gift included as well, which in actual fact, because it's the floral bouquet with the vase, you'll be able to use that with your bright colours here. It's going to work really, really well together.
Yeah, really lovely together. Right, so I'm just sticking all my mats and layers on. I love that people are getting extra paper pads, Craig, because it is the one thing that I hear all the time, the disappointment of people saying that they didn't get the paper pads. So I think having extras really, it allows those people who love just to keep a paper pad, because the one thing I used to do, and I don't do anymore, I don't keep paper pads, because it just seems a shame to not use them. If you're going to buy them, please use your paper pads. But if you really need to keep a paper pad, buy an extra one to keep.
It's me you need to be speaking to because I can't use them.
Do you do that, Craig?
Oh, it's so hard.
I just think, for me, I think you're doing that paper pad a disservice.
You're completely right.
Because you've got to use it. They're so beautiful and so lovely and just amazing. Yeah, I don't get people that don't use them. Use them because they're lovely. And don't worry, because another paper pad just as beautiful will be around the corner.
Of course it will, yeah.
Right, so all I'm going to do with this one, we're just putting a little bit of glue all the way around, just on the back, to pop that into that centerpiece, just like so. Doesn't even have to be too perfect, but you want to do it sort of where it sort of come out from, so your lines come in with it. So it doesn't look like you've actually cut it out. It just looks like you've put that amazing shadow around the back of it. And then all we're going to do, so you can see I've done my mats and layers. I've created this little stepper box at the bottom, and then I just thought this was quite a nice, a different style of easel card. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take our glue around this top part. And then our little stepper at the bottom, even though it folds flat, is acting as our stopper. So instead of our regular sort of stopper of an easel card, we've just created one to stop it with. So we're popping that on there, and then all I'm going to put extra on, we're going to put You Brighten My Day on here, and in fact I'm going to put some foam pads on the back of that one, just to have that a little bit more elevated. And we're going to pop that at the side, just like so. And oh no, we need to do that a bit higher, I should have thought, because that's going to be tucked underneath. So I need to make sure that when we're popping that on, we need that a little bit higher. So that is going to go just about there. Let's pop that butterfly above. And then that's just going to sit into place. If you need to, just burnish the back piece so it sits a bit better. And then, what a wally. I tell you what I've done. It doesn't matter. But the piece here, my inside bit, that bit of card, should have been on the front. But I'll bring in my finished card so you can see exactly how that works with the bit. I'll take that off and attach it to the front. But there you go. Look at that for a little bit of a different freestanding easel card.
Epic. Absolutely epic. That is so cool. And as Debbie was saying earlier on about borrowing other ideas from others on the team, I'm going to be borrowing that idea, that's for sure. Now I'm going to quickly go over a few things so we can go back to Debbie again, get one other demonstration before the end of launch day. And we've got a hero tool for you. Now this is your ultimate adhesive 7-piece collection with your glue pens, your foams, your tapes, and more. Everything you're going to be getting £25 or $35. You've got a saving of 10%, but if you're a platinum price, it's going to come down to £20 or $28 for your key essential adhesive bundle, hence why it's called Ultimate Adhesive. So what you've got is our 22-metre length tape runner. Now this is our uber strong construction tape runner that you can see here. So you've got your wet properties and dry form, as Leanne would say. You've got your tape pen. Then you've got your 3 reels of your low tack tape that you've got here also on the actual holder as well, 3 of them. You're then going to be getting a 3-pack of our glue pen. So you've got your ball tip, you've got your chisel tip, and then you've got your fine tip as well. So these are your stay sticky. So when you apply that onto your card or surface, it will stay sticky until you pop something on it, either like another piece of card, or these are perfect for your glitters, perfect for your gilding flakes, etc., etc. And then one of my favourite choices when it comes to dry adhesive is the tape runner. No, it's not. Well, it is, but the actual finger lift tape, this is one of my favourite of dry tape, and we've got that one as well. So it is your finger lift, so you've got that ease of backing that comes off. So you've got that full reel there. You've also got your small foam pads as well. Now, yes, as we always say, you can cut down your larger foam pads, but it's always handy just to have your small foam pads there at the side, so you don't need to do any cutting down. You've got 320 of them there. You've then also got your 2 metre in length, your foam on a continuous round circular roll, that if you want to do your shakers or anything like that, you can absolutely do that. That's included. And then another one of my absolute favourites when it comes to foam pads, that is your full pack of your A4 foam pad sheets. So you are getting 5 sheets. You've got 3 different depths within these ones here, and you can simply cut them down with your scissors, your guillotine. You can even die cut these ones as well. Now, I wouldn't go in with the most intricate of die cuts. However, you will still be able to use some of the most detailed dies, and of course your mats and layer dies to do your die cutting with. And the actual backing of the sheets, these are the ones that I use where I don't bin. I'll go in with my glossy highlights, do my little dots, let them dry, then pick them up, and then I've got my own little dry adhesives to be using elsewhere. So you've got all of that. All of that is your Ultimate Adhesive 7-piece collection, £25 or $35. You've got that saving of 10%. If you are platinum, it is going to come down to £20 or $28. And what you will also get, if you're not going to go for any other item today, but you're going to go for that adhesive bundle, whatever it is you're going to go for, as long as it's over £10, $10 or €10, we are then going to give you a gift completely free. It is all part of Make Me a Winner, and all you need to do is nothing other than make sure that your order is over 10. Then the guys and the girls in the warehouse, they will pop that into your order and send it to you with your order, and you don't need to do anything else other than wait and get creative. So that is then going to be included too. And then the other thing, with many of the things Debbie's been showing you, you'll need, of course, a die cutting machine. We do have our Gemini die cutting machine as well, which I've got just down here. with our junior. So you've got your die cut machine, you've got all the plates, you've got a little starter kit as well. So when it comes to this one, it's Gemini, it's twin, it cuts and embosses. £130 or $185. Really, really good saving on a machine that we use day in and day out. Even better if you're platinum, it's going to come down to £104 or $148. Or if we refer back to that video of Sarah and Club Inspire, if you shop with us for the first time and this is your very first order, you're going to get that 20% off, which is platinum price. So what a way to kickstart your die cutting journey. Or maybe you have been doing die cutting and you've not joined us yet when it comes to the Gemini. Perfect one to start with for sure. All on the website, all on Shop the Day. 70% has gone when it comes to that Showstopper collection, Colour Your World. Lots of love on that last demonstration that Debbie just done a moment ago. But I think if you're ready, Debbie, if we'll just come straight back to you and then we'll read out the comments when we come back.
Absolutely. I cannot believe where the time's gone. I've wanted to show you so much more, but hopefully we'll have some more to bring back later on and I'll show you even more. But I have to get a stencil one in to start because we haven't really used the stencils on this one. And boy, are there some beautiful stencils. So we've got two different packs. We've got an 8x8 pack of stencils, 2 stencils, and a 6x6 pack of 2 stencils, which work in conjunction with each other and work apart. Now we're going to use them different ways. So we're going to use our spotty one in our big 8x8, and we're going to use our butterfly one in our 6x6. Now the first thing I want to do is show you how you can emboss your design. So I'm going to do that first of all. All I've done is put this over a square piece of card. I've used just a 5x7 inch piece of card, and then all I've done is taped it slightly in the corners and on the back, just so it holds it in place. Now, if you want to emboss your design with your Gemini, all you're going to need to do to take your plates, you want to do it the same as if you was embossing a die. So we're going to take away our magnetic shim, and then we've got our plastic shim and our 2 cutting plates. But what we're going to do is turn our design upside down, so that will go at the back so you can see that. Okay. We're then going to take our embossing mat and place over the top. So that's what you would do if you had a metal die and you wanted to emboss. We're then going to put our plastic shim and our top cutting plate on the top there, and then just run that through your machine. Now what that's going to do, that's going to push, and it's not like a embossing folder, you're not going to get that level of embossing, but you are going to get it raised and it will emboss that detail into your cardstock. And it's a really cool way of, again, adding texture without any texture, but also, I mean, you can see straight away that's coming through the back of my card there. If I sort of move that, you can sort of see it. Now, I don't want to move that because what I actually want to do is I want to still keep that in place, which is why I taped it down, and then we're going to ink through that. So I am going to be using, let's use our orange. We've got our Chinese red, and you'll see there's a sort of pattern of colours because it's the colours that represent in the cardstock and that are also in the in our designs for the paper pad. So using all these different colours, so I've got orange, Chinese red, our lemon tonic, we've got our grasshopper, crushed velvet, and our parakeet. So let's start off with our red, and let's just do this one in the corner. And it's just a case of going round. I'm using our finger daubers. You can use your normal ink applicators. We do circle ones and square ones. So just adding those in. You can put this in whatever order you want, in however you want to blend them. You can do them in a shape or however you want them. Then let's put our orange in.
Because did you say earlier on we may be expecting our finger daubers in soon?
Yes, I definitely know they are coming in soon. I don't know the date, but they're on order.
They are on the way.
They're on order, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we've got lots of exciting things coming this year. So
it's going to be so good to see it all, you know, come to Crafters TV. And many of it start to enhance other collections you've had in the past as well, isn't it?
Oh, so much so. So much so. It's definitely, craft is definitely an exciting place to be. And don't get me wrong, my pockets are not in a good place with the craft because it just encourages you more to spend.
It does, yeah.
But you know, It makes you feel happy, doesn't it? That's for sure.
The other thing I could say as well is we could be spending our money on worse things.
That's very true. Very, very true, Craig. Well, I mean, you're a little bit addicted to QVC, aren't you?
Maybe, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Have been for a while now.
Absolutely, yeah.
I resisted their TSV the other day. How I managed that, I don't know. Garden lights, well, because I've got enough garden lights, that's why.
I've been really good lately. I haven't done it for ages. I was always, I mean, me and Leanne especially, we was like, I'm sure it was almost like a competition who had the most on Easy Pay.
yeah, I know, and that's the thing. And you do things like that, you think, oh, that's great, that's on Easy Pay. But then when you actually tally up how many things you've got on Easy Pay that comes out each month, you're like, yeah, okay.
I know.
I'm the winner, but yeah.
But, you know, simple things, and if it's pleasing and it's something you like, I think, you know, it's always worth the pennies, isn't it?
Always. It really is. Always is. And as I say, as long as we're happy when we're spending our pennies, that's what matters.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. And crafting, definitely, I don't think there's anything better that makes you happy. It's such a lovely, mindful craft.
Yeah, it really, really is. And it is, it's a nice one that, you know, whether you just want your mind taken away for 5 minutes, 50 minutes, or like many of us, I know you're the same, Debbie, at times like me, before you know it, it's like 7 p.m. at night, and then the next minute it's 3:20 in the morning, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm still here.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Let's just take that tape away. But look at that background now. It's stunning, but what we've actually got, without you realising, it's now bumpy. We've got this textured background, which looks so effective. Now, while I've got the ink pads out, that's our background there, and then I'm going to just bring another piece of card in with that butterfly, and we're going to do that one as well. So let's do that pop of orange in the centre. So, and I'm not worried where this goes on my card because I really want to cut it out. So, but we're going to put a lot of, you know, really build that sort of orange up on there, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm also using watercolour cardstock, not for any other reason, but it takes the inks so well. And then we're going to use our lemon tonic. So we're using all the colours that tie in to the colours that we've used in that background.
I would say as well, with a collection like we've got today, the Colour Your World, with having those stencils and that, this is when you're wanting to have a look on the website, check out your white multi-purpose card, check out your watercolour card, you know, check out your Nina cardstock, all those additional essentials that you know that you're going to be using. You may think, well, Craig, I've already got like 2 packs at the moment, I'm okay, and that's fine. But then it's the things that you know you're always going to need, Debbie, you're always going to use. You may as well take advantage while you're placing your order of your Colour Your World, then popping in these little extras as well when it comes to your card, your adhesives that we showed you before.
Absolutely.
It's about shopping savvy, isn't it?
It is shopping savvy, yeah, absolutely. And get what's good for you and what you need at that time. And our shipping to the US, Craig, is amazing at the moment.
Super quick, isn't it?
Yeah, so quick.
Super quick.
Who knew that we could do that so quickly?
I know,
just
it's amazing.
Incredible. Right, and our last one, we're just going to go in with a little bit of purple on those ends.
Deborah's the same. I know, Debbie, I have too many Easy Pays.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes it all too easy, that's the trouble.
It does.
I love it when you get to the end of your Easy Pays though, and you're like,
feeling,
what else can I get now?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Oh, it's the last one, it's great.
That's it, yeah, absolutely. Right, let's take that one away. Look at that butterfly. Oh, I did think I went a bit over there, but I was trying to be quick because I know we're fast running out of time. But look how beautiful that butterfly is. It's absolutely stunning. I love the fact that we've got a stencil that creates like this, Craig, that creates that most stunning butterfly. And literally all you're going to do is take your scissors and just fussy cut. You can leave the white. I would leave quite a big white piece around the edge. That way you don't have to be too fussy. It's why we class it as fussy cutting, because as you do it like that, look at that, being able to leave that white, and then all you're going to do once you cut it out is create your butterfly like this. So it's really nice and easy to do.
Like it's been screen pressed.
Yes, exactly like that. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Right, let's bring in my piece of card here, and we're just going to use these colours. But look how nice nice these colours are. Now, when I talk about, Craig, how designer our papers are this time, I often think people are probably thinking, but we've had colourful papers before. The thing is with colourful papers, some can look a little bit garish.
Yeah,
and when you put
I can see
oranges and yellows together and greens, they can just look a little bit overpowering and a little bit too much. I think the reason we've nailed this collection is because the colours we've put together, those oranges and yellows, they're designer colours that really do complement each other. They don't just go into a garish mess. They're just beautiful.
Is your point now, because it can happen.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? It can absolutely happen.
Absolutely. And actually, oranges and yellows are sort of colours that I tend to think I don't really want to use them on cards because sometimes they can just look not very nice always together. But these colours are stunning. You're going to want to do all your cards so colourful.
70% of the Showstopper collection
that's amazing.
has gone. 70%. We're just getting to the end of our official launch day show. 70% of that Showstopper collection. You get everything that we've seen with the 2 extra paper pads, the extra 12 by 12 and the extra linen that you can see that Debbie's been using.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And then again, because we've got loads of that colour going on, I've just used that nice, because I've used a lot of this, I use my scrap pieces just to be creative with my other cards. And we're just going to lay these on the top. Oh, there we go. Pop that into place. And all these colours are just going to tie off. And then all I've got then is I do have somewhere, it's gone. Oh, where's it gone? Always losing things today, Craig. Not to worry, I did have a sentiment, but I'll bring in my main card. Again, I mean, you can use this to just use your pokey tool to curl those wings a bit. You can bring that up in the middle. Just be really creative. And I'm just going to pop that down in the centre. And there we go. And what I'll do is bring in this card, because what I've done here, I've just added little sequins. They literally are our iridescent sequins here. And I've just put a few dotted about and inside my little parts here. And again, just elevates that to a whole new level. Little sentiment on the front. And there you go. There's your card with that amazing stenciling. And remember, talking about stencils, we've got that amazing glitter paste launching on Monday. So if you haven't gone for this collection yet, Craig, go for it, because this is going to work so well with our new glitter paste.
Yeah. And Debbie's saying there about the glitter paste. Have you seen myself and Debbie Robinson a couple of times together the other week? And we were saying that we've got something really, really fun, exciting coming in the next couple of weeks. That's what we were referring to, was the glitter paste, because everyone on the team are buzzing about the glitter pastes coming. Now, I'll go over all the details in a minute, but we are going to do a demo of the show. And I know sometimes I say this quite often, and I'm going to say it again this time because it's unbelievably true. I am so glad that I'm not picking when it comes to this one, because by golly, Miss Fisher, you've done an incredible job with these ones here. Good luck to you guys voting.
Yeah, and do you know what? I don't care which one you go for, because it's not hard to make a good card out of this collection. Absolutely go for this collection, because every single one of these cards is worthy of a winner. Number 1 was our paper piecing that we've done with that creator card die. Number 2 was that just gorgeous little girl with the umbrella, or the lady. Number 3 was our unusual style easel card, and number 4 was that gorgeous butterfly design with the stencils. Absolutely incredible. And it's really not down to me, it's down to this amazing set that we can be this creative with.
Yeah, off the top of my head as well, I'm trying to think back to Sunday, I'm sure it was Jess that had kind of fully focused on designing this collection as well. So done an incredible job. But we have got so much love for what you've just done there a moment ago, Debbie. I had to laugh there at Lindsay's comment on YouTube, going back to like spending money on craft and stuff like that. She said, but hey, I don't go out and drink anyway. So I just think about how much I spend on one night out. At least crafting doesn't harm your body and it doesn't give you a hangover.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
Very true.
I've gone the opposite way though. I still spend and now I go out and drink. And
then you've got a hangover. Oh, that's Brilliant. That last one you just done there, Debbie, Teresa's saying, what size envelope does that fit in?
It's a 5x7. Let me just double check. No, I'm completely lying. My card is 8.5 by, just under 8.5 by 6. It would be your regular half A4, wouldn't it? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, 8.25 would be your, it's 8.25 by just under 6. Yes, so it would be your A5 envelope, yes.
And Sharon is saying, so she doesn't have the finger daubers, but when it comes to the stencils we've got in the collection, when it comes to the square and round applicators, would you still just use them in the same way you would when it comes to doing the blending applicators, kind of like blend them on, circular motions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's probably better actually with the bigger applicators, and they probably are at hand now. It's just I didn't have them this morning, just the finger daubers. But yeah, absolutely. Just do the same. Blend them on. You'll find your own way of how you use them. But the stencils are just very thick, very good stencils as well.
For sure, absolutely. And then emboss with them, like Debbie just done a moment ago. Right, while we're just waiting on that result, let's have another look through this collection, because we're just over that 70% of the Showstopper has gone. £99 or $125. You're going to be saving $24.88 or $36.44. But if you're platinum, it's going to come down to $79.20 or $100, where you're going to get 2 packs of your linen cardstock here. So it is your A4 in size. You've got your 24 sheets, so you're going to be getting your 48 sheets in total of your 250 GSM. So you are getting that. You're also going to be getting 2 packs of your 180 GSM patterned paper. So you've got 32 sheets in each pad, so you are going to be then getting 64 sheets in total. All gorgeous when it comes to the double-sided, so whether you are going to use them as fold backs, tea bag folding, scrapbook pages, cutting them down, chopping into them, anything like that, you can absolutely do that. You're going to then be getting your Create a Card, so your floral rainbow. You're also then going to be getting your floral hearts embossing folder. You're also then going to be getting your 3D embossing folder and the stencils. You're then getting your 8x8 dot stencils Debbie was just using. You've also got your balloon stencils as well, which are 8x8. You've got that gorgeous butterfly stencil that also Debbie used in conjunction with the Laird dot stencil. You've got the heart stencil. I would highly recommend, if you didn't see Wake Up Call, go back with the first half of Wake Up Call and see what Debbie done with this one here. Incredible with the inks and your art liner. You've then also got your Dancing in the Rain, so that one there is your stamps. You've also then got your Look for Rainbows, so that is your die sets there. And then you're also going to be getting your Pretty Kaleidoscope, which was that incredible demo Debbie done just not that long ago with that wash of colour in that backdrop, and then with having that black card as well to set it off. So that is everything within that Showstopper collection. It's £99 or $125, £79.20 or $100 on the mark. Now, here we go. So I'm going to go over one other thing just in a minute, but demo of the show is in. And Debbie, it goes to number 2.
2. I thought it might be number 2.
So.
I do love that one. Yeah, it's so lovely. I think it's just got a really pretty feel about that one, and with that girl looking up to that sunset, it's amazing. Thank you very much. Yes, love that one.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I adore that one. Absolutely adore that one. Rightio, if you are watching live, we're going to be back in a couple of hours for Beautiful Beginnings. But before we go, please don't forget, thank you Charlotte, that if you spend £10, $10 or €10, you're going to get your free gift. Now it is while stocks last, so it's up till midnight tonight. However, if the stock goes before midnight tonight, well then it's gone. You don't need to do anything other than make sure that your basket total is £10, $10 or €10 or more, and then that means that the guys and the girls in the warehouse will pop that into your order. No additional cost. because it is free. Other thing I'd like you to do as well before Beautiful Beginnings is, because we're all going bright and bold and colourful, I want you to send pictures in when it comes to your colourful make. So any of your makes that you've been colouring, if you send it into studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and then within Beautiful Beginnings we will pick out 5, and then you guys at home can pick out one of them as your favourite, and that person will win a voucher to spend as well. So do that, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Rightio, that's it for launch day. I am absolutely over the moon that you've got your hands on that Showstopper collection. You've absolutely adored it. Thank you to Rachel earlier on, and also Susie. Susie will be back later on for Beautiful Beginnings as well. Debbie is going to be back with myself. Where, yeah, we might have a look at it again, Debbie, will we?
Oh, absolutely. If
Yeah.
it's there, we've got plenty of colourful things to look at.
Perfect. Cannot wait. Rightio, if you are watching live, myself, Debbie, Johnny and Charlotte, we will see you in a couple of hours' time for Wednesday's Beautiful Beginnings. Bye.